Don't exist anywhere outside. Based on that's about and I don't know if it exit. I just need somebody to be around. Not that password. No, it's he's a good guy. Solid. Welcome to April. You'll hear me. Nope. Not very well. Right now. Get it out. Okay, welcome to April 20th, 2026. Our county commission meeting. We will call to order.
Wow. Never seen that before. Look at that next slide.
Anthony.
We're ready now.
We're not.
No, we're not. No, we're not. I
don't even know what that means.
We're cheering. While you are getting set up, in the likely event that we need to exit the building, the primary evacuation route is the south entrance, which is the monument side. Please go to the back parking lot.
Hey, Goober. Ignore it. Thank you. Right.
Is it connecting? If the second evacuation route is the stairway next to the in front of the elevator, please do not take the elevator if we have to exit the building. Restrooms are located on the north end of the building on each floor with a handicap located right outside the second floor. If you please turn your phones to mute. We will follow roll. Yeah.
Sign in. She's doing agenda yet.
So we've got several people that are absent. Certainly want to keep Nancy Brown and her husband in your prayers. Who started chemo, and things had a pretty rough time. And his oldest daughter is running extremely high temperature, so she's out also today. Got a couple changes to the agenda, so you might want to get your pen out. 9A will be approval of notaries and bonds. And 9B will be Happy Valley Hampton football team for the mayor, recognizing them. 18A will now be the nominating committee with four openings in the equalization board and also 18A. And budget will move to B, and financial management will be C.
Are you moving that from 13 to 18?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just now saw that it
That
was
all.
on here. I just now noticed that.
Sorry.
It's just about.
Scratch 18, go back to normal, sorry.
It's on 13.
Yeah, no, but-
It's 13. It's 13.
Captioned it by financial management.
So just one change then, 9A and 9B.
What was 9B, Billy?
Happy Valley Hampton football teams will be recognized.
Thank you.
Can I have a motion to approve? Motion to approve from Commissioner Smith, second by Commissioner Frazier. Are there any other comments or discussion? Okay, let's take a vote.
I'm not in yet, so yes.
Not either, so mine's in. Just being the way. Yes.
Commissioner Whaley?
Cam with the string in and give you.
Thank you, motion passed. Number 5 will be the open prayer by Commissioner Smith and the pledge by Commissioner Chambers.
Gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you once again for being our Lord and Savior, for watching over us. Father, we pray that your presence will be here with us tonight, Lord, as we make the decisions that have been sent to us to execute. Father, we pray for every individual here that you would open our hearts and our minds. And Father, we just pray above all that you be glorified in our actions. We ask in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we'll recognize our elected officials and appointed guests. Please stand. I hope you had time to look over the minutes. Are there any changes?
Madam Chair, there are a couple of changes that we need to make. Regular session minutes of March 16th, 2026. Commissioner Smith was absent for this particular meeting yet. We have him making a motion in item number 8, approving the February 17th, 2026 meeting. So I don't know who made that motion, but it certainly wasn't Commissioner Smith. The other thing, in terms of the Pledge of Allegiance, item 6, I think that needs to be changed to Commissioner Steve Burrow and not Chairwoman Steve Burrow.
Unless
there's something going on. I don't know. approval.
Motion by Commissioner Acuff, second by Commissioner Bailey. Let's vote.
Yes.
Sorry.
Thank you. Motion passes. One abstain. Nine A, approval of bonds and others and bonds.
Dale Shaw, James Robert Shaw, Julie Crawford, Juliet Solomon, Henry McKinney, Kimberly R. Brown, Morgan Smith, Rocky Ward, Stephanie Burke, Curtis Brummett, Mac A. Cook Jr., Johnny R. Julian, Emily Brewer, and Vanessa R. Sammons.
Have a motion to approve. Motion by Commissioner Fielder, second by Commissioner Kemp. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote. Commissioner Kemp,
Yes.
Mayor Fraser,
I get yes.
thank you. Motion passed. Mayor Lindsay. I have to say this is a little special for Ms. Collins, because I had several of these people in first grade.
Principal Blair, Dr. Carpenter, I think Dwayne's here, and can I have all the football players stand that are here? I think some of the Happy Valley guys can be here.
That's what. That's what
So we had planned to do this in January, but the weather and then the sport and all the reschedules shifted us to right here. So we just want to recognize the effort that was put forth by these two teams. The county commission did, guys. So you guys did a wonderful job during Helene and what you've done. So I'm going to read a proclamation, and then I've got a couple of plaques to present to you guys. This is a mayoral proclamation recognizing Hampton High School and Happy Valley High School for unity and resilience following Hurricane Helene. Whereas Hurricane Helene caused catastrophic damage throughout Carter County, and the Hampton High School community suffered devastating losses, including the destruction of its football field and significant damage to the high school building. Whereas, despite these hardships and the personal losses endured by many students, families, and players and coaches, Hampton's football players stepped forward to assist their neighbors, putting on boots and gloves, clearing debris, supporting relief efforts, and demonstrating remarkable strength of character. And whereas the long-standing rivalry between Hampton High School and Happy Valley High School was set aside as Happy Valley football team joined Hampton in recovery efforts, offering their support, time, and assistance. Happy Valley High School further demonstrated exceptional generosity by opening its football field, facilities, and amenities to Hampton's team for practices and games over the past 2 seasons. And whereas Hampton's football team has shown extraordinary resilience as they have continued to compete and represent their school and community despite 2 challenging seasons away from home and the hardships they faced. And whereas both teams have exemplified the true spirit of Carter County, neighbors helping neighbors, rivalry set aside, and communities standing together in strength and solidarity. Whereas Hampton High School will play the upcoming football season on its new home field, marking a continued step forward in recovery and renewal following Hurricane Helene. Now therefore, I, Mayor Patty Woodby, by virtue and the authority vested in me by the laws of the great state of Tennessee, do hereby recognize and commend the football teams of Hampton High School and Happy Valley High School for their resilience, generosity, and outstanding demonstration of the unity in the face of hardship. So thank you very much, guys. Team, they read a little differently, so I'd like to read each one of them to you guys because they're a little different for each of the administrations. Recognition of resilience, Hampton High School football team. In recognition of Hampton High School football team for their resilience following Hurricane Helene, including the loss of their field and facilities and their continued commitment to represent their school and community through hardship while also serving others. Presented by Carter County Mayor and the Carter County Commission. So I'd like to present that to Lunsford. Thank you. Football team. In recognition of Happy Valley High School football team for their support, unity, and generosity following Hurricane Helene and their assistance to the Hampton High School community during a time of hardship. Presented by Carter County Mayor and Carter County Commission. Where's Paul at? Paul, one of you guys get there. Everything that Carter County stands for, and in this order, faith, family, and community. Thank you all so much for what you do and what you're continuing to do, because we still got a little work to do, but we're getting there. So I appreciate each one of you.
Thank you.
Now, that doesn't mean we get to still be a good rivalry, though, right? We didn't forget that part. We love a good football game. Thank you, guys.
I think the team not gonna take it to you. You would be pretty.
Last week.
Down to number 10. Brown family did not know or did not think that this was going to be this soon. So they were not able to come tonight. But Dr. Brown's wife asked me to go ahead and vote this in so that the sign started. And they would be at the ceremony when they unveiled the sign.
All right, this is a resolution honoring the life of Dr. Michael John Doc Brown, DBM, designating the bridge on Gap Creek Road in Carter County as the Dr. Michael John Doc Brown Memorial Bridge. Whereas Dr. Michael John Doc Brown, DBM, was born on November 18, 1943 to John and Fern Brown. Whereas Dr. Brown received an undergraduate degree from the University of Florida, graduated from Auburn Veterinary School in 1968, subsequently served in the United States Army Veterinary Corps for 4 years, where he achieved the rank of captain. Whereas after completing his tour with the Army, Dr. Brown and his first wife, Sally Galbraith Brown, moved to Elizabeth, Tennessee, where in the early days he practiced veterinary medicine on their kitchen table or from his truck. Whereas in the early 1970s, Dr. Brown opened the Elizabethton Veterinary Clinic on State Line Road. Practice there, and the Kirk Clinic on Highway 19E was built in 1998. He also built and established the Pinecrest Veterinary Clinic. Whereas Dr. Brown practiced veterinary medicine in Carter County for more than 40 years, selling the clinics he established and retiring in 2014. Whereas Dr. Brown resided on Gap Creek Road, where he raised his two children, Ben and Sarah, with his first wife, Sally, her death in 2001, and he lived out the remainder of his life there with his second wife, Elizabeth Mason, until his death on June 23, 2023. Whereas the Board of County Commissioners of Carter County would like to formally recognize and honor the life and contributions of Doc Brown by adopting this resolution and officially designating the bridge on Gap Creek Road in Carter County in his honor. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of County Commissioners of Carter County, Tennessee, meeting in regular session on this 20th day of April 2026, with the lawful quorum of said board being present, majority voting in the affirmative. Board hereby adopts this resolution honoring the life of Dr. Michael John Doc Brown, DVM, by adopting this resolution in his honor and officially designating the bridge on Gap Creek Road in Carter County as the Dr. Michael John Doc Brown, DVM Memorial Bridge. Directs the bridge will always bear this name regardless of the future necessity for replacement of said bridge. Resolution shall take effect from and after the date of its approval, the welfare of the county demanding.
Motion by Commissioner Burrow, and second by Mr. Whaley. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote.
Yes.
Thank you, motion passed. And we will, let us know.
Yeah, we've got to order. We get them in, I'll get with, just get a date, we're gonna put up, covered up, that way we notify the family.
We were checking because he was in the military.
Yeah. I'll let you know as soon as we get it.
All right, now number 11, nomination election of the county attorney. We don't have any nominations.
There's no competition.
I mean, what- Who would want it? All right, so Commissioner Frazier,
And that we cease nominations and elect by acclamation.
okay, will you second that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll get over the death.
Okay, is there any discussion? She's gonna flip them. Commissioner Frazier.
Well, at least he ought to speak or something, I mean.
Black Tahoe. The Black Tahoe.
Really?
The Black Tahoe. Black Tahoe.
Okay, if there's actually no discussion. Anybody? All right, let's take a vote.
Now,
Yes.
Okay, thank you, motion passed. Okay, we're down to number 12. We have a district vacancy in number 1 on the planning commission and also District 8. And understand no one turned in applications in for District 1 or District 8. So I turned in today. Those of you that don't know, my husband was on District 8 and I made him step down since I was on chair. Chair.
Y'all make it.
District
Him.
Mark Levin.
District 1 when someone passed away. So we Right, for another month, is that,
Well, you still have the option of the commissioners of that district to make.
We can take nominations on the floor tonight, yes, sir, for anybody to be nominated, who's willing to serve.
it's District 1 and District 8. Okay, we'll re-advertise it and try again. Next one on the agenda. Number 13. Nominating committee. Dr. Thomas is gonna explain a little bit.
Okay, most of you probably know more about the Board of Equalization than I do, but let me remind you that every 2 years, we have to place 4 county folks on that board. There's 1 from the city and 4 from the county. So in your packet, and I did email this to you, we did receive 4 applications for those 4 positions. Now, do we need to do them individually? Okay. Do I hear a motion for Spencer Campbell? Spencer Campbell. I'll give this to you when I get done.
I will make that motion for Spencer.
Make a motion. So we got a motion by Dee. Any discussion on Spencer?
I make a motion that nominations cease and we elect by acclamation.
I didn't see it here.
I made the motion.
Julie made
Avery
the
seconded.
motion.
For Spencer Campbell.
Technically, all 4 of them can be nominated, and then you can vote unless one of them doesn't get nominated. I mean, there's 4 vacancies.
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Michael Odom.
I'll nominate Deborah Sams.
Hold on a second.
Sorry.
Mr. Smith, nominated Mr.
Someone nominate Deborah Sams? Here.
Mr. Frazier.
I guess.
Any nomination for Beverly Mather?
Frazier.
Thank you. Here.
Thank you.
Do you have a motion for Beverly Mather? Carol.
Now you can do.
Now I'll make a motion the nominations cease and we elect by acclamation.
Give her just a second to catch up.
Ms. Matherly goes by her middle name, Joyce.
And even though that says reappraisal, she really wanted to be on that question.
Carol.
Mr. Frazier, Baker.
Just give it to Julie and Avery. Make it easy.
Frazier's made the motion. cease nomination.
We have a second, or did you second? Or did you second?
Yeah.
Anybody second it after?
I second.
Okay. Is there any discussion? So. Yourself.
Yes.
Everyone? All right, motion passed on the floor.
Okay, the other thing that we need to consider tonight is the Joint Economic Community and Development Board. There is a vacancy there that happened when Ginger Holden stepped down. I would like to put my name out there as a replacement, but we will also want to open the floor to nominations from the floor.
I'd like to nominate Danny Deal.
I'll nominate Charlene Thomas.
Any other nominations? Okay, we'll do the voice vote. So you'll either vote for Commissioner Thomas, Commissioner Deal.
Hand job.
Any other nominations?
Seated.
Any other nominations?
And she calls her name. Voice vote. Commissioner Thomas, Commissioner Deal. It's gonna be. You're gonna work out what you're good.
Keith Range,
Deal.
Nick Holder,
Deal.
Robert A. Cup,
Thomas.
Nancy Brown, Avery Nguyen,
Thomas.
Julie Gwynn,
Thomas.
Bradley Johnson,
Deal.
Steve Burrow,
Deal.
and Danny Deal,
Deal. Deal.
Gary Kemp,
Thomas.
Gary Prophet,
Deal.
Lisa Childers,
Thomas.
Charlie Thomas, Donnie Cable,
Thomas.
Jason Clausen, Todd Smith,
Thomas.
Carol Whaley. Deal. Leslie Hughes. Aaron Frazier.
Thomas.
I'm sorry,
Thomas.
Jerry Stout,
Thomas.
Kelly Collins,
Thomas.
Thomas Cross.
And of course, Thomas, and 7 for Commissioner Deal.
Majority, there's 23.
Vote again.
Keith Rain,
Deal.
Nick Holder,
Deal.
Robert Echo,
Thomas.
Nancy Brown, Avery Wynn, Julie Gwynn,
Thomas.
Brad Johnson,
Deal.
Lee Burrow,
Deal.
Danny Deal,
Deal.
Gary Kemp,
Thomas.
Jerry Prophet,
Deal. Deal.
Lisa Childers,
Thomas.
Charlene Thomas,
Thomas.
Donnie Cagle,
Thomas.
Jason Clausen, Todd Smith,
Thomas.
Carol Whaley, Deal, Leslie Hughes, Aaron Frazier,
Thomas.
Jerry Stout,
Thomas.
Kelly Collins,
Thomas. Same vote.
Does it have to be 12 even if we have these absences? Okay.
It has to be a majority of the membership now, 23. So unless they want to talk and try to sway somebody's vote, I mean, either that or deadlocked and it's still a vacancy.
So we can't table it and spit it on next month's agenda and hope we have more?
Sure, unless the two candidates want to speak and then revote, that's the only other option left.
Commissioner Deal, you want to speak?
So the reason I wanted to serve on the board was just like the first time. I've got a lot of experience industrial, 38 years of manufacturing experience. I know what kind of impact the industries make. Already talking to an industrial recruiter in this area, so I think I can bring a lot to the table working with the city.
And I will say something else too. When Aaron steps off of the commission, because he's not running again, his position will become vacant too. So we're going to have another vacancy at the end of August on this committee. Before then, because you're moving. So we are going to lose another person. I do want everyone to understand this is not just economic industry. This is economic building and infrastructure as far as increasing means to get economic development. It can be housing, it can be apartments, it can be hotels. It doesn't have to just be industry. So there you have it.
Is there any questions for either person? Asking questions? Okay. We're gonna vote one more time. If we don't reach 12, then we'll put it off till next month.
That's good.
Keith Range,
Deal.
Nick Holder,
Deal.
Robert A. Cook,
Thomas.
Nancy Brown, Avery Wynn,
Thomas.
Julie Gwynn,
Thomas.
Bradley Johnson,
Deal.
Steve Burrow,
Deal.
Danny Deal,
Deal.
Gary Kemp,
Thomas.
Thomas.
Jerry Prophet,
Deal.
Lisa Childers,
Thomas.
Charlene Thomas,
Thomas.
Donnie Cagle,
Thomas. Thomas.
Rod Smith,
Thomas.
Carol Whaley,
Deal.
Deal.
Leslie Hughes, Aaron Frazier,
Thomas.
Louis Stout,
Thomas.
Kelly Collins,
Thomas. I will put it off till next month.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, we're down to number 15. The District 8 School Board position. This is out.
I didn't know what I was supposed to say as far as my resignation letter is up there. So,
Mr. Stout has turned in his resignation for District 8 Commission. He's going to step down off of the commission.
And I'll nominate Jerry Stout for the 8th District Board of Education.
I also have a nomination for Mr. Stout.
Second.
Yeah, I mean, if he's resigned, so it.
Mr. Stout, you need to.
I've been waiting on that for a long time.
Shoot, let's call the police and tell them what's going
I'm not
on.
throwing you out.
Appreciate you.
Hey, I'll be around.
And as I understand, this is the second month that no one has turned in an application.
Can we have the police to escort him out?
So,
Nothing there.
Mr. Stout, I will say it's been a pleasure working with you in my district, so I thank you for your service to the commission.
Likewise.
Is there anybody else, other nominations for District 8 School Board?
I'll move the nomination cease and we elect by acclamation.
On the seats.
We need a second.
I'll second it.
Second it, but another one.
Is there any discussion on District 8 School Board position? It's Commissioner Wade. She's up there. All right.
You have to mark Jerry Stout.
Or not,
He's still on there. He's still on there to vote.
She's taking Commissioner Stout off the voting.
Cut your card up, Jerry.
Talk to you.
maybe from all tablets, all costs, all buildings. Maybe that thing, yeah.
While she's doing that, I'd like to say I watched some of the commission videos and just want to let you all know that you can hear you speaking in the videos, even though you've not been addressed to speak. So just wanting to let you all know that. You may want, some of you may want to watch a couple videos. It picks up.
Yeah, those overhead mics are very sensitive. Big deal.
All right, let's take a vote. All right, we have, one no, yes. One no. Yes. Mr. Stout? Dr. Carpenter? Good luck. Maybe I should say Mr. Stout, good luck. All right, we're down to number 16, Finance Director's report.
Your financial reports are in your packet. We are working on our year-end adjustments. You will see amendments this time as well as for the next 2 months, so just be prepared for that. There will be many more to come. We didn't get a lot of them done just because we've been so busy working on some of the other things, so we didn't get quite as many done for the month of April as we'd hoped to. There will definitely be plenty of them in the month of May. The emergency spend document is in your packet. A few things that I wanted to note on that document, which is, I've reduced it now down to 3 pages, so that should help you. Some things to note on there. We will be requesting the bond interest reimbursement of $964,000 in the next week or so. TEMA contract amendment number 2. In step 16, which means we expect execution probably the end of this week, the first part of next week, which is good news. We will be requesting, once that amendment is through, about $3 billion in reimbursement funds. So pretty excited about that. It will hopefully go through fairly quickly, but this will be the largest we have done to this point. We have now the original contract, Amendment 1 and Amendment 2. Amendment 3, we will begin on as soon as that process is finished. Also because of the partial government shutdown and some slowdowns with FEMA, because they are now working at the other end of the state because of tornadoes, floods, ice storm, things of that nature is kind of taking some of their attention away from us at this end of the state. So that's moving a little bit slower than we'd like to. But as soon as we get a few key things approved by FEMA, then we will start amendment number 3, and there will be some good dollar amounts in that as well. Let's see, what else? Also wanted to note on there that we are up to $3.4 million in mitigation for our county road system. This is money with no match required from the county that the federal government through FEMA has allotted to the county. You know, just like anything else, we pay for it up front and we get reimbursed for it, but that's $3.4 million of county roadway work that the county is not going to have to pay for, which is great news. That's a lot. From what I understand from TEMA, this is the most that anybody's gotten up to this point. So we should be very proud of that, very, very proud of it. Let's see, anything else? I don't really have a whole lot else unless somebody has any questions. I know there's a lot of information in your packets this time.
Questions?
Can I just make a statement? Every meeting that we go to for budget committee, I'm reminded of how helpful our consultants have been. And we're ahead of the game and we're getting money back. And it was, in hindsight, a very good move. So thank you to the people who precipitated that decision.
Yes, just to note on that, they are the reason that we got the $3.4 million in mitigation. Would you agree with that, Shannon? And their work with FEMA, their connections with the mitigation specialists from FEMA that came up and stayed at the highway department for a couple of months, several months.
Yeah, if it hadn't been for Cheryl mitigation, we would have no idea that lady was out there.
So, yes, thank you for mentioning that. I should have written that in my notes. I tried to keep to my notes tonight, so I wouldn't talk about it too much. But, yeah, that's huge. It's been well worth the efforts. They've been great to work with, and we appreciate all the help that they've done with the finance department as well in getting these reimbursement requests ready and kind of giving me an idea of which way to go. Because none of us have ever done this before, but we're learning very quickly.
Mr. Fraser.
The question I asked you at FMC about the interest that we're gaining off of the 40 million since it's there. Where we've got the bond, the state's reimbursing us for the bond payment and the interest on that. Can you explain where we can use that at? I know it has to be used in recovery, but where?
Just for the roads. So what we're doing on that, the bond, I don't want to get into it too deeply because it's very complicated, but that interest cannot override the interest that we are paying out in interest on the bond. So we had to be very cautious about that. That causes arbitration issues if we do, or arbitrage issues with that, if we do that. So we've been very cautious about that to make sure that we don't have that issue. But that money cannot be used for anything else other than roadways. So all of that is segregated out to in two spreadsheets. So it's become rather complicated, unfortunately.
I'll bet.
Anything else?
Any other questions? Okay, thank you. Question, public comments. Have 5 minutes. State your name.
Good evening, Commissioners. James Burrow, District 2. Just wanted to clarify a few things. Back when we presented that plaque to our local National Guard on behalf of the citizens, that was for 2 reasons. One, to give the local National Guard something to physically hang on their wall. And the other, just to thank them for what they do for us, especially the things they did during our flood. We can't thank them enough. Since I was here last month, it appears that some of the commissioners have accused me of lying about what I was told while at the local National Guard unit. When I said the local National Guard had not received a plaque or a proclamation for the work during the flood. I know the mayor stated at the end of the meeting that she had recognized the local guard and the National Guard in Nashville about a year ago with plaques and proclamations. Now, that was in Nashville. That was actually in February of 2025. My understanding, local National Guard members were not at that meeting. In my remarks last month, I stated local National Guard at least 6 times. Local National Guard. So Friday, Major General Warner Ross called me. We talked about this. You know him as the Commissioner of the Tennessee Military Department and Tennessee National Guard. He's the head of the National Guard for the whole state. On April 2nd, General Ross sent a letter back, I believe, replying to Chairman Collins' letter. Now, keep in mind, Major General Ross is a highly decorated 2-star general with a lifetime of military service. Great guy. We had a lot in common. We talked about our time in Memphis. I enjoyed my conversation with him. So him and I spoke about this letter, which I now have a copy of. And some commissioners have said that I lied about this. So let's go over this letter. He explained it to me. I'll do it quickly. The first paragraph talks about he acknowledges Carter County Board of Commissioners' final resolution regarding actions. And he mentions the names of our local National Guard. He tells me the first paragraph was in reference to Resolution 901, from February 17th, 2026. It was read here. That's when we all noticed the mayor didn't get up to thank them or shake their hand. They left here empty-handed. That's why the citizens got together and got that flag. If you go to the third paragraph, it says, and I'll read it briefly, not the whole paragraph. We're thankful for Mayor Patty Woodby, who led a delegation of East Tennessee mayors to our 2025 National Guard Association Tennessee Conference, where she personally thanked our soldiers and airmen. I'm not saying she didn't do that. What I'm saying is she did not recognize our local National Guard. If you want to say I'm lying, take a trip up to the National Guard, walk in the door, talk to them. They won't lie to you. They will tell you the same thing I'm telling you. So, for those commissioners who said I lied, you're calling the National Guard liars. You are calling the National Guard liars. Why would they lie to me about not receiving a plaque or a proclamation? They weren't in Nashville, maybe it just didn't filter up here. What I said was they did not receive one, the local National Guard. 3 of you are on your cease and desist orders right now. I don't want to put more out there. So, thank you.
And before we go, I want to make a comment about this. First off, the committee that chose to do that night should have let everyone know, and they didn't. They were responsible for getting us back. They were responsible for that job, and they did not do that. So I want to make that clear. So that chairperson, that was their job. So I hope we're done with this, because we've got a lot of important work to do. And I got the letter, and Mr. Ross explained it, and he thanked the mayor for her presenting it down in Nashville. And I think it's time to move this. Okay.
Mayor, can I make a statement? I am the chair of that committee. When that was brought forth, it was brought forth by the vice chair. It was a miscommunication on our part, and I will take responsibility for not passing it along and getting things done. And I assumed that the vice chair was taking care of that. When we came into that meeting that night, I was blindsided as well. But as chair, I take full responsibility for this mess up, for lack of a better term.
Thank you.
My name's Lawrence Strait. I'm in District 1, and I'm here about this matter that James spoke about. My opinion is the reason that Patty didn't want to do anything about it, because at that time, our local National Guard was helping the TLC Center and storing stuff there. So here again, I urge everybody who's watching and every one of you, election is up on us. Research the candidates, because there's a whole lot in the office that don't need to be. especially in the mayoral position. Here again, I've been here several times and spoke about different matters pertaining to our mayor. Now, these National Guards up here, because I was working at the TLC helping out, worked tirelessly. The only reason that they got fed is because the TLC Center fed. Our other National Guard that come in from Memphis was fed by the mayor of the airport. So I'm here to tell you, I've known James a while and he is no liar. But I look out through here and I see some that are. Thank you.
My name's Katie Coppola. I'm in District 1. I just want to say that I agree with what they both just said. I usually don't speak, but I did take some notes. I heard from our own National Guard that they did not even know about the plaque or that she went to Nashville until they saw the meeting online. It wasn't presented to them. These guys are the ones who rescued the people from the hospital. And it's like, does our mayor not care enough? These guys put their lives on the line. I mean, it's not taken serious, I feel. Everybody wants to, stab each other in the back to get higher and higher. It's all about the money to you guys. What about these guys that, like I said, they risk their life? He's not lying. James is not lying. I feel like she went to Nashville just to get higher and higher with the political stuff for her own personal gain. And just so happened that she honored the guys there. Well, good job. They weren't here climbing on top of the hospital to save our people. And not only that, I heard from our own National Guard that the commander there invited her for a little meet and greet twice. She never showed.
I think he's here today, though, for you. Check his hearing aid before you.
Charles D. Von Cannon, 198 Von Cannon Drive, Central Community. I'd like to say a word or two about the first item on your budget committee recommendation or expenditure of $56,000 for out of the unassigned fund balance for achievements within the sheriff's department. It's an unwritten rule in this commission that no one department is singled out for meritorious awards, because there's some departments that have don't have the jurisdiction to pick up meritorious money. $400 per person, $56,000. If you treat one group fair, if you treat the commission that treats these people fairly, you would award everyone, because there's nobody that shucks their duty in Carter County, we don't think. For example, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, the highway department goes out to clean streets. Are you giving them anything? No. But if I remember when we first started this business of awarding the sheriff's department a big increase, and it was mandated at the beginning of your term, Sheriff. because couldn't keep people. Previous sheriff was known to create a lot of chaos, but you have taken a department and made it a smooth running operation. No findings on your audits, and that's almost unheard of. But what is unheard of is to give a reward to one department and not consider each department. So when are you awarding people to do their job? That's why they have a job. Whoever thought this up knows better because we have all never given money to one department. Thank you.
Is there anybody else for public comments?
Madam Chair Lady, members of the commission, some 2 years ago, I stood behind this podium on behalf of the selling of our lodge, the Shield Lodge. The county wanted to do this for the archives. Tonight, I want to speak about a house for the archives that the county already owns. And it kind of addressed in the local newspapers that the Folsom house over here, that the relatives came by and was very disappointed because of the upkeep of that building. I'm here on behalf of history of Carter County, Elizabethton. History is a systematic study and interpretation of the human past and lies in evidence to construct a narrative about past events. It's also the study of past events, particularly in human affairs, often focusing on specific periods, countries, or places. Henderson Mitchell Folsom was born October the 4th, 1931. He died August the 13th, 1908. At age 76. His funeral was in this house over here. He's buried along with his wife in Highland Cemetery. His parents was Malcolm Neville Folsom, father, Nancy Hughes Folsom, mother, Sarah Elizabeth Berry Folsom, his spouse. He had 6 brothers and sisters and 4 children. Major Quartermaster Folsom served in Company G of the 31st Tennessee Regiment of the Confederate States of America during the Civil War. He was the only commissioned officer from Carter County. He was well known as a local lawyer. He was a teacher of the law and a Carter County clerk and master. He was the first Sunday school superintendent of the Southern Methodist Church. He helped to build the church building, which is now the St. Thomas Episcopal Church, located behind us. Major Folsom and Captain Dan Ellis were friends. Most of the Confederate homes were destroyed, but Major Folsom's house was spared. Folsom started the Folsom Printing Company, and the VFW was named after Leon H. Folsom, who was a grandson of Henderson. Most of the early Folsoms were buried at the Green Hill Cemetery, located behind Tractor Supply. This is where it ties into Dashiell Lodge. Major Brother Henderson Folsom, past master's picture, is located in the dining hall of Dashiell Lodge. Staring him in the face is Brother James P.T. Carter
who was our first worshipful master under dispensation in 1855, and our first worshipful master in 1865 when it was chartered. Both were friends before and after the Civil War. Now, the Civil War is history, and we can't take a pencil eraser and erase it out. Teresa and the Archives Committee did not tell me to come here, nor did the lodge. And I am requesting that you all turn that over to them. They've got grants and all, and I think they got over $1 million in their fund. Thank you so much.
Can you give your name?
Oh, excuse me. My name is Gerald Ward. I live 134 Clay Little Road, Elizabeth, in District 6.
Thank you. Is there anyone else for public comments? Okay, I'm going to read the letter from that I received to the commission, and then we'll take a 10-minute break. Chairman Collins and Carter County Commissioners, I acknowledge the Carter County Board of Commissioners' formal resolution recognizing the actions of SFC Norman Mullen, SSG Cody Johnson, STC Ethan Ward, and SDC Brandon Moore. It's always a pleasure to receive letters recognizing our Tennessee National Guard members for work they do in support of the communities. The difference and impact of Hurricane Helene remain, and we hope recovery continues to make progress. I want to express our appreciation for the outstanding support from all of the Carter County leaders and citizens during the 2024 response to Hurricane Helene. We understand the challenges that event caused, and for so many of our friends, family, and neighbors in East Tennessee, the spirit of hope and resilience was motivation for our soldiers and airmen serving those we care deeply about. We're thankful for Mayor Patty Woodby, who led the delegation at East Tennessee Mayors to our 2025 National Guard Association of Tennessee Conference, where she personally thanked our soldiers, airmen for their service to Carter County. It was a heartfelt gesture which resonated well with our soldiers and airmen. Mayor Woodby continues to check in on our heroes and notes of thanks and phone calls of gratitude. We are privileged to receive the support of such a dedicated public servant. Please extend our thanks to Mayor Woodby, to the county leadership team, the members of the commission for their continued support. We're glad to assist and value our partnership with Carter County. And it signs off ready now. M.G. Warren and Ross II, Commissioner of Tennessee Military Department, Tennessee National Guard. That was mailed, sent to me and to the county commissioners. We will take a 10-minute break.
Can you get your liquor?
Chocolate is weird. Maybe over. They just started. So much extra time. Get old.
Yeah, they did it. Same people.
Yeah, that was the I thought he was a mom.
It's their What commander? I'm gonna say,
I think she said you.
I'm done.
Linda.
If we last month, then, you know. Money. It's a black, can't find my wallet. I should let me $3, but it's her heart. We could handle the deal with her. It's her dollars. She's trying to get them to change. Yeah, I had to get some more money. I didn't spend that money. I'll bring it. I didn't spend that money. Just let me know when you get it and I'll stop and go out and drop it off. Okay.
Just not. One minute she's fine, one minute she's on the streets and doesn't know who she is, or who I am. It's always good. She knows everything. They just suppose that. And so she's like.
Several elections. About half of it.
Give that and I'll give you her issue.
Get a CAT scan.
We need to put up.
Something back there, just say that, I mean, it might be.
She, I'll tell you what, her she will probably. So they get one, she makes them not do it.
Says he doesn't.
I'm sure they got better at it than she is.
Need to make it 6 o'clock.
That's why I kind of read the rating.
Just have that little label.
Looking at it. He told me. No problem. Get the mom. I said, I can be here, but she don't go.
Turned it into.
Let's see if it would be. Right. Sit down to dinner, or sit down to eat.
Actually, Heather didn't finish
More things in the county
if they have down.
There's the one I said this to, so I'll say it to him. Hell's dropping.
Commander's job, sure they get her company gain to distribute, place to sleep to.
That's an idea,
It's a great gesture. But trust me, if not one of them are expected to be recognized, expected to she will. If anything, they're probably. I went over to this, it was with IC Johnson City. When they had national guards, sometimes attach myself to the union so I could help. I had to do that on INI state. I'm a rough few.
Still 12.
The other officers have.
I think I have a meeting.
What they done is
think that whole situation. And on the house.
Have a chair here. I mean, I can expound on it, try to answer all of it. $87,000.
They moved their summer this week.
Would have been interesting.
Number 18, budget meeting.
Jerry.
All right, Mr. Prophet is ready. We will start out with our budget committee motions. A1 is a motion to approve budget amendment 1-10F to award 142 Sheriff's Department employees each a $400 award for a total amount of $56,800 to come from the unassigned fund balance for the achievements within the department. This did come over from the Law Enforcement Committee.
Second by Commissioner Childress.
This came out of committee and the sheriff did not ask for this.
Any other discussion? Okay, let's vote.
Madam Chair, I'd like to point out, I'm actually still here. Oh, there we go. Never mind.
Well, I'm glad you let us know you're still here. Thank you.
Well, it told me I voted yes, no, and abstain all at once.
Mine already was smart.
Madam Chair,
You are really good.
this is not taking the vote off of electronic. Clear it and vote it. Clear it. You gotta wait a minute.
Mine's locked up as well. When I went into it, it said yes.
Just change the vote.
Robert Acuff,
Yes.
Avery Nguyen,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Kelly Collins.
Yes. Thank you, motion passes. Two abstains.
Number 2 is a motion to approve payment to Shouse Professional Services for invoice number 40126 in the amount of $18,508.60. A purchase order has been approved for this.
Second by Commissioner Acuff. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote.
Robert Acuff,
Yes.
Avery Nguyen, Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
No.
Kelly Collins.
Yes.
Madam Chair, can we, after this announcement, can we
Yeah, let's,
do something about this? I mean, this is pathetic.
Anthony's still here?
Shows Avery absent now. Yeah, I signed up trying to get back
And
in.
I signed out too and tried to get back on.
May have to go to all voice vote because the system is irregular. You
I
can
went in, it's already saying voted and popped up. It's doing the same thing.
You change your
It's
vote.
doing it every time.
Yeah.
You have to hit change your vote, then go vote again.
No, we shouldn't. I know. That's the whole part of the app. Why are we doing with the app?
The whole thing and bring it back up and they all have to reconnect. Or you go to voice, so two options.
Into 173rd.
So everybody close their app. She's gonna restart the agenda.
So just restart the agenda.
See if that helps. If
Make,
not,
make sure it's closed out and don't open up until she gets started. Okay?
No.
We'll try it one time.
if it doesn't work, then we'll go to voice.
Don't log in yet.
Because it was working fine until we went to break. And then after we came back from break, something happened.
Maybe a couple 2 years ago, we just break through.
It took you this long to figure that out? Today?
Church sign.
There in spirit.
Huh?
There in spirit.
Be careful. Here you're dealing with a fire that, I don't think you will get next time to 2022. But that's dealing with a fire I don't think you will need to. That's why they're there.
We'll have to revote. We'll revote number 2.
Go back in.
Ready to sign in?
You go ahead and try to sign in.
We're sorry.
I don't think Alexander is speaking at the moment.
Next is John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith.
Yeah. I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive.
Something's rolling. Thank you.
We're on motion number 2 on budget.
There is the first one. Number one, still good. When it's voted, it's not changed anything, has it? Do we need to go back and redo that, or is it all still?
I think it was okay.
On number 2?
You still have number 1 recorded, the results of number 1?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 2, budget number 2.
Let me make sure, just, make sure I've got. Oops.
Is it the name on it? No, who's next?
I don't know.
See, work on them. They didn't speak.
Won't say when.
Yeah. She won't come out there. We're not using it.
See if I have. I don't know if it does. Can you? Can you see if I have?
Anything the state requires you to use will be done.
It needs to be addressed. Because being a world electronics, and they can't operate a phone.
No buttons are better.
I have.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to number one to be safe. So number one.
Yeah, number one is a motion to approve budget amendment 101-10 to award 142 Sheriff's Department employees each a $400 award for a total amount of $56,800 to come from the unassigned fund balance for the achievements within the department.
Second was by. I made it first.
I was second. Lisa was the second.
I was second.
You seconded, right?
On which?
Number one.
Yes.
That's what I said.
Keith Range,
Staying.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acuff, Nancy Brown, Avery Nguyen,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Staying.
Jerry Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Ronnie Cable,
No.
sorry. Mr. Cable,
You said no.
No.
what was your vote?
No.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Kelly Collins,
Yes. 1 and 1 abstaining. 14. Two, sorry, 2 abstaining.
2 abstain.
One no, two abstentions.
This agenda.
I'm telling you. All right, motion number 2. Ready?
Okay. Motion number 2 is to approve payment to Shouts Professional Services for invoice number 40126 in the amount of $18,508.60. A purchase order has been approved for this vendor.
Motion by Commissioner Wynn. Anyone want to second it?
I seconded it.
Okay. I'm sorry, Dr. Acuff seconded, yes.
Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
No.
Robert Acuff,
Aye.
Avery Nguyen,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
No.
Gary Kemp,
No.
Jerry Prophet,
Oh.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
No.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Abstain.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Kelly Collins,
Yes. It did not pass. There was only 11, 5, and 5
and one abstain.
we had to have 12 to pass. It did not pass. Motion failed.
Attorney Harden, you're ready. All right, 18.3 is a motion to approve county fund budget amendment 101-10, items 1 through 21, in the amount of $271,600.79, with $149,973.53 coming from reserve accounts and nothing coming from the unassigned fund balance.
Second by Aaron Frazier. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote.
Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Roy Rico,
Aye.
Herb,
Aye.
Avery Nguyen,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Ray Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Jerry Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Johnny Cable,
Yes.
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Jerry's out. Kelly Collins,
Yes. Motion passed with 16.
Okay, number 4 is a motion to approve solid waste.
Do you need to address the commission? Commissioner Johnson, did you need to say something? Did you need to say something?
No.
Because we can hear you while she's trying to read the motion. We can hear you talking, so if you need to address, that's fine.
Thank you.
All right, 18.4 is a motion to approve solid waste fund budget amendment 116-7, items 1 and 2, in the amount of $8,599.68, with nothing coming from reserve accounts and nothing coming from the unassigned fund balance.
Second by Commissioner Wynn. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote.
Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Roy Rico,
Aye.
Avery Nguyen,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Jerry Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Johnny Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Kelly Collins.
Yes, motion passed with 16.
All right, 18.5. Yeah, 18.5. Motion to approve ARP fund budget amendment 127-4, item 1, in the amount of $767,481.72, with nothing coming from reserve accounts and nothing coming from the unassigned fund balance.
Second.
I'll second.
Commissioner Wynn. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote.
Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Roy Rico,
Aye.
Avery Nguyen,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Jerry Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Johnny Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Kelly Collins. Passed with 16.
All right, number 6 is a motion to approve the highway fund budget amendment 131-7, items 1 through 6 in the amount of $1,411,740.55, with nothing coming from reserve accounts and nothing coming from the unassigned fund balance.
I'll second it.
Is there any discussion? You got the second. No discussion, let's vote. Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acuff,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brian Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Gary Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Darlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Kelly Collins.
Yes.
Motion passed.
All right, number 7 is a motion to approve general purpose school fund budget amendment 131-9, items 1 through 5, in the amount of $31,714.91, with nothing coming from reserve accounts and nothing coming from the unassigned fund balance.
Second.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote. Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acuff,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brian Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Jerry Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yeah.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Kelly Collins. Yes. Motion passed.
All right, number 8 is a motion to approve school federal projects fund budget amendment 142-6, items 1 through 3, in the amount of $654,518.80, with nothing coming from reserve accounts and nothing coming from the unassigned fund balance.
Second.
Commissioner Prophet seconded. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote. Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acuff,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brian Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Jerry Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Kelly Collins. Yes. Motion passed.
Number 9 is a motion to approve education capital project fund budget amendment 177-4, item 1, in the amount of $20,000. With nothing coming from reserves and $20,000 coming from the education capital project funds fund balance.
Second. Second. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote. Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acuff,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brian Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Gary Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Fraser,
Aye.
Kelly Collins. Yes, motion passed.
Number 10 is a motion to approve the animal shelter monetary donations in the amount of $4,920.11.
Second. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote. Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acup,
Aye.
Avery Wynn, Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brian Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Gary Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Fraser,
Aye.
Kelly Collins.
Yes. Motion passed. Number 11 is a motion to approve the animal shelter monetary donations totaling $275.
Profit seconded.
Is there any discussion? Okay, let's vote. Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acup,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Gary Prophet, Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Fraser,
Aye.
Kelly Collins.
Thank you, motion passed.
Just have two items from FMC. You get a motion to approve the request to declare county property as surplus from the building and grounds.
Motion for Commissioner Frazier, second for Commissioner Childress.
Is there any discussion?
If anybody wants a dolly, check Gov Deals. There's 900 of them.
900 what?
Dollies. Yep.
All right, let's vote. Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acup,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Aye.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Terry Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Fraser,
Aye.
Kelly Collins.
Yes. Thank you, motion passed.
Next one is a motion to approve the request to declare county property as surplus from EMA office.
Commissioner Frazier. And second by. Sorry.
It's getting late.
Is there any other discussion? Okay, let's vote.
Keith Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Acup,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Gary Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Fraser,
Aye.
Kelly Collins.
Yes. Motion passed, thank you.
Next one is a motion to approve the request to declare county property as surplus from the solid waste department.
Motion by Commissioner Thomas, second by Commissioner Wade.
Bailey. Is there any discussion? Okay, let's go.
Range,
Yes.
Nick Holder,
Yes.
Robert Rico,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
Yes.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Jerry Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Donnie Cable,
Yes.
Todd Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Yes.
Aaron Frazier,
Aye.
Kelly Collins.
Yes. Motion passed.
And that was it for the action items for FMC. Just a real quick update. We will have presentation of the Tweetsy Trail Master Plan and FMC next month at 9:30. So I invite everyone to come to listen to that presentation. Then the committee will decide whether or not to advance it on to the full board next month for you guys to make a decision on. And then I need to read an appointment into the minutes for the First Utility District appointment. The First Utility District recommends David Bowers to be appointed for a 4-year term.
First Utility. Who is it?
David Bowers.
David Bowers.
That's it.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Not the attorney report.
So, briefly, litigation update, the litter regulation cases continue. 2 new complaints filed this past month. 1 case was dismissed for compliance achieved. 2 additional default judgments obtained. Status hearing next month for a final compliance check, which will result in that case being dismissed. And 2 additional cases that were filed and served that are set for default hearing next month. There was new litigation filed by Carter County against George Quinn and 2 corporate entities on behalf of the landfill. That case is progressing. Service has been obtained and we're awaiting that period to respond to the lapse. Those of you who, well, everybody got the email, just as a reminder, the litigation discovery request, I've gotten responses from some, not all. Getting a reminder because that deadline is approaching fast. So if you haven't sent me that, or anybody doesn't remember or didn't get the email, talk to me after the meeting and I'll fill you in, but we've got to meet that obligation. In your packets was a lease agreement that was executed for the UT Ag Extension Office now to occupy the John Lewis property that was purchased. So that is included, to my knowledge, they're in that building now.
I hadn't talked to the director in the last couple of weeks.
Okay, well, we've executed the lease, and so that is ready for occupation. Next month, there'll be a unclaimed funds resolution. We do that every May. The deadline is June 1 for the county to reclaim unclaimed funds that have been sent down to the state after they've been held here for 18 months. And we can claim those back and put them in the general fund. So that'll be coming through next month for you all to consider. Otherwise, my work is detailed in the written reports. That'll be part of those minutes. And I'll answer any questions if anybody has
Any questions?
Oh, and thank you for. Still, appreciate it anyway. Thank you.
I do have a question. Since we have decided that we're not going to pay our bills, what's the status?
Well, as always, a motion could be made to reconsider that either tonight or next month. So we have pretty low attendance tonight. Maybe that would make a difference, but that's your all's decision.
I'd like to make a motion to reconsider that bill next month.
Can they tack on interest? Can they fine us? Can
Yes, they
they
can.
sue us? Can they?
We're not discussing yet. We're still just have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Commissioner Range seconded. Range.
Consider this house,
It was item two.
Item two, number two.
1882.
Yeah, 18.
He said next month.
Right, she said she.
Yeah, I'm just, it's not to reconsider right now.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
What was the motion, Kelly?
Bring this up again next month.
In the meantime, Madam Chair, can county attorney or finance director tell us what fees will be incurred? Because I presume that they're on a deadline and we have to pay within X number of days.
Yeah, but I believe it's in that 30, isn't it? Let's see if I find that contract.
Did you make contact with?
I probably have it, let me see. That's why I always carry this big satchel, try to carry everything. Let's see. Yeah, it's net 30. So certainly they would have the right to add interest. Typically that's 1.5% is the standard late fee monthly for any days over 30. I don't know when they submitted the invoice.
No, it's dated April 9th. It was before budget committee, and I think budget committee was on the 13th, so.
So we would go over 30 days if it wasn't approved until full commission.
Chair, can I withdraw my second? Thought I was voting on to reconsider it tonight.
Is there a second?
Just, so I wasn't gonna point it out because you were talking about it being next month, which is fine, you can do that next month, you don't have to do it tonight. But technically, the motion to reconsider in the same meeting is made by somebody on the prevailing side. Since the motion failed, it's made by one of the folks who voted no. But again, nothing precludes it from being brought up next month, regardless of making a motion. Clarify.
But right now, we have a motion. Bring it up next month.
Yeah, the motion's made to bring it up next month, but he withdrew the second
Right,
too.
but we don't.
Second thing.
Second now, Bob. Bring it up next month. Is there any more discussion? All right, let's take a vote. Bring it up next month. Mr. Wayne. Sorry.
It's all right. That's close.
Mr. Smith, okay. Mr. Range.
Yeah, bring it up next month.
Mr. Range took back his second.
Keith Range,
No.
Nick Holder,
No.
Murray,
No.
What's the motion?
Robert Acuff,
Aye.
Avery Wynn,
Yes.
Julie Gwynn,
Yes.
Brad Johnson,
Yes.
Steve Burrow,
Yes.
Danny Deal,
No.
Gary Kemp,
Yes.
Gary Prophet,
Yes.
Lisa Childress,
Yes.
Charlene Thomas,
Yes.
Tony Cable,
No.
Bob Smith,
Yes.
Carol Whaley,
Abstain.
Eric Frazier,
Aye.
Joe Cole.
Yes. Motion passed with four noes, yes, and 12 yeses and 1 abstain. So we're brought back up at the next commission meeting. Okay, can we get the commissioner comments on next month's dates and meetings? There's a couple of states on that. May 5th is election day. The courthouse will be closed, so we'll just go down to law enforcement rules, bylaws, and we'll need to change their meeting. Who's the chair? That's that.
Pick your poison, Avery.
The next available day. Second Tuesday, or Thursday, I mean.
You mean the second Thursday?
Yes. Carolyn, do we have budget scheduled for that Thursday night?
Well, I was gonna talk about on Thursday night, what are the budget meetings?
Do we need to leave it open though?
I mean, we're not gonna be done by then. That's the way things are hearing.
Did you make it to change?
If you meet on the 12th, animal shelter meets, and I don't know, there's same. On this. I'm sure who else is on it.
Carolyn, on that one, that puts us between the full commission and budget. So we've been trying to take one out and there was congested. We could probably do without that one, couldn't we?
Whatever you think, I mean, I'll know more after we meet and have the discussion Thursday night, how many more meetings we're gonna need. I know we'll definitely meet on the 30th.
That's that one in between when we we'll plan on not having one that Thursday night. We won't have the budget hearing that night. That way they can, on the 14th, that way they can go ahead and have their meeting that same week.
Okay, so buildings and grounds will now be on May 14th.
Because if we don't do it then, you're not gonna have time to get their stuff in.
And on May the 7th, it should be May the 6th.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. That should be May the 6th.
It's the first Wednesday.
Yes.
Correct. And Ms. Googe is going to fix this and then email it back out to us. Okay. And now, Commissioner comments. Mr. Whaley?
Yes. I would like to make mention, since I've been on this commission, I have heard numerous people, fellow commissioners, call others names. We are adults. We know how to act in public. And it needs to stop. I was called stupid last week in a budget meeting because of the way I voted. They got their one chance. There will be another one. It needs to stop. That's all I got to say. Thank you.
Sure, I have one I want to address. And this has been bothering me for a year now. So I've been hearing the same thing over and over and over. which is completely wrong. I want to see everybody's hand who's a veteran, who has served. Everybody's. Who has served? A veteran? Oh, I'm sorry. Served. Anybody over here served? Anybody? All I know he served. It is the responsibility to the commanding officer and the company gunnery sergeant to make sure the troops are fed. It is not our job. It's not the mayor's job. It's not anybody's job, but the commanding officer and the company gunny. And I say that as a veteran. If I had let my men take something from the community and eat it, I would have still been digging holes. And I've been out 40 years. So we need to cover that up. Okay, that's a misconception. Do any of you veterans disagree with that comment? You agree? Thank you.
Any other future comments? Okay, please vote if you've not voted yet. Early voting is still open. So please go vote.
What are we gonna do about the electronics at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, it's become, here we are in electronic world. Everything is electronic, but we can't get a sound system.
Actually, the sound system has been working for the last 8 months without any problems because Adrian Watkins has fixed it, the guy that put the phone system in. He's fixed this. So we've actually not had any problems out of this for 6, 8 months. The judge has been using it every month. And as far as the voting, that's just, it's software. You're gonna have, that's the first time we've had an issue with the voting software in a while. And it's probably just an update that needs to be done, which will, Gwen will address it. So, we'll test it before the next meeting. But it worked right up till we went to a break, so, I don't know what happened there. I apologize. All I can do.
Mr. Frazier?
Building and Grounds has a couple of quotes in to update the stuff around that, making it a little bit more modern and whatnot. So I think they're actually in the packet from the Building and Grounds minutes, and there's another one that's coming. That's why we've not addressed it as of yet.
And that
That won't have anything to do.
It will have nothing to do with the roll call voting software. So, I can't tell you what happened tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you what happened because I don't know yet until we look into it.
The apps typically will update automatically. So if the laptop doesn't catch the same update that everybody's phone's got, that'll cause a mismatch.
Is that a program that's told to us by the state of Tennessee that we're supposed to use? That's just one we chose.
Oh, we chose it 10 years ago, yeah.
Well, it actually went through.
It's been, because we had the little.
Yeah, we had those when I came in 4 years.
Yeah, we had the little pucks, the little, I forget what they were called, the little pads, the colored pads that we had to hit the buttons on. Then it switched over to cellular. And the main reason why we went with them and continue to go with them was because they had the ability to vote remotely during COVID. So if we all were having a meeting here, and you all were at home sick, we can open the firewall up and allow your cell phones to connect over the internet to vote. And everybody has to have a webcam or a microphone on their computer, and we could actually vote remotely during COVID. So that was the main reason why that continued. And then, of course, everything went away and back to normal. But
Yeah, there's another group out of Morristown that has something similar as far as remote meeting capabilities and different things like that. But
I think theirs puts the agenda online automatically.
Yeah.
And stuff. So there's different packages out there. So if we continue to have problems with the open meeting and you're not happy with it, we can always look at another system.
thank you. I forgot what I was gonna say after that.
Comes a page.
Yes.
I just want to address something. I know we're getting to the tail end of this term for a lot of people. And I saw this last term. You may be done, but you're not done until September. You have a duty to your districts to be here, to be their representation. And if you can't make it, I know that sickness happens, vacations are going on. Try and find a substitute to sit in for you. And, you know, he's always, bless his heart, he don't always feel like it, but he's always offering. Try to fill in for your neighbors. I mean, it's your district that you're representing, especially on budget. I mean, right now is our vital time. We are trying to get things done. It's very hard. Now we have another open seat, which makes it very complicated, makes it very hard to get through our work. I just, you know, I ask very nicely, please be there. You do have a duty until September. Even though I know you want to be done, you want to go home, I get that, but you still have a duty to the people in your district. Thank you all.
That made me realize what I was gonna ask about District 8. Besides it,
So you still have Mr. Bridger who resigned, that has to be either next month or June. Now you've got, Jared that resigned, and then potentially Mr. Frazier. So you may have 3 that need to be filled before the end of this term. But we can't wait past June for the first one that resigned, Mr. Bridger. So I don't know if you want to try to consolidate them all and do them all in June, or if move forward next month with the 2 vacancies we had. Totally up to you.
well, I'd like to get them filled we're gonna fill them, I'd like to get them filled.
But we're required to fill them within 120 days. Of course, we can't make anybody apply, but we're required to try to fill them within 120 days. And so, like I said, June will be the last meeting to start the vacancy.
Can we use handcuffs and drag them in if necessary?
So we can do.
June would be the last month to do it. Mr. Bridger,
And what happens if nobody turns in?
it's vacant.
Vacant for the election or vacant for the next month?
Vacant until the term ends, or unless somebody's interested and wants to be appointed. I mean, we can't, somebody has to be willing to do it. So we can't appoint no one if there's no interested parties. But yes, I mean, we would want to keep trying to fill it. But you don't have to fill it until 120 days from the date of resignations.
I'm just saying, I'd hate to bring someone in here, say, August,
Right.
and then turn around and have the election, especially if they're not even on the ballot to be voted for. I mean, they're only be on it for 1 month.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Technically, we could only get to August with Jerry's spot. So, I mean, that would be a month if you waited that long. It'd be a month of somebody serving. So that's, obviously as soon as possible, if you want to do them next month, advertise them. We have 2 vacancies to be filled.
Okay, well, let's get that advertised and get that started.
I think I can't remember the 2 districts. Mr. Stout was the A.
Mr. Stout's an A.
Bridger was the.
Yeah, you're still.
Right, fifth.
Yeah, fifth and
A. And if you've not gone to budget meetings, I encourage you to go, even if you're not on budget, so that you are aware of what's happening and what's coming up with the budget hearings, well, not just the hearings, but with the back and forth of what's happening with where we are in the budget. I guess myself or Commissioner Profit will be joining the budget committee until Mr. Stout's position is filled. One of us will discuss that. I'll let him decide. And I think that's it. Does anybody else have anything?
We do have a Federated Republican Women meeting tomorrow night, and we'll be interviewing the 4 school board candidates for the county. So come out and meet the school board candidates.
All right, that's it. Motion to.
High school. You're gonna go there.
You used to get started.